against Bloomsburg, number 3 in the country this week, and it's going to be a challenge. There's no question about it. But, you know, maybe last week happened for a reason. Maybe it brought us back down to the ground level and it, you know, make us work harder and go from there. I can't tell you enough how disappointed I am with how we played on Saturday. That is not characteristic of us. Again, I thought we had a decent week of practice. I don't know what happened, all right? And we worked on it. We talked as a staff about why our kids, and again, we came out, we were excited to play football. We got a turnover right away, all right? We got a field goal, we were up 3-0, and then we let some plays get away from us and some mental mistakes. And it really wasn't physical stuff, it was mental stuff on Saturday. So I'm very disappointed how we played, and so is the coaching staff. And the kids are too, okay? The kids are too. We got that turnover there in the beginning of the game. We need to put that in for a touchdown, because what happens when you don't put it in and you just settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense. That's a win for the opponent. And again, they fed off of that, which just gave them that much more emotion and confidence going into it. And I told all of you last week that this was going to be a buzzsaw. That these people were going to be ready to play. Their backs were against the wall. They came out fighting. They came out swinging, and we didn't do that as much. And that's what I'm really disappointed. A lot of people sometimes, you know, they think the little things will take care of themselves, but actually it's the opposite. You take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves, and that's what we got to focus on is the little things. Whether it's a step, whether it's a call, whatever it may be, we got to get better at it. They scored off of 4 of the 5 turnovers. 4 of the 5 turnovers led to 28 points. Okay? Now, it's hard to beat a good football team when you do that. And we've worked hard again doing that. The 2 fumbles were on the kickoff return. The 3 interceptions, you know, were just not good thrown balls. One was a screen where a defensive lineman actually caught the ball. So, you know, there's things there. And I said, listen, you know how I said it was a perfect storm against Kutztown for us? It was a perfect storm for Westchester against us. I'm going to tell you, you watch that film and everything that could have went wrong on Saturday. It was just like we lost our mojo. It went somewhere else, and it just rolled downhill on either way. It's discipline. And if you don't have discipline, we're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. And then I don't talk just about football to them, it's life. Life is about discipline. Do you think that I want to get up at 5 o'clock every morning? Heck no. But I got to, because I got a job to do. I got to get to work. It's called discipline. We talk about it in academics. We talk about it in our personal life, doing the right things off the field. But it all comes to discipline. All right? And you can't let your emotions get the best of you. And that's what happens with all of us. You know, you get in a situation, your emotions get, you know, it's just like if you get upset and you say something you shouldn't say, it's kind of like a football player doing something they shouldn't do on the field, pushing somebody, jawing back and forth, whatever it may be. So we got to make sure they understand that, listen, you play between the whistles, you play the game the way it's supposed to be played. After the whistles, you walk away. You kick their butts during the whistle, not after the whistle. It was a landslide. It was going downhill quick, but they stood back up and started throwing punches back. You know what I mean? They started fighting. They started fighting. I tell you, I went and looked at that film 4 times. I watched it 4 times, the whole way through, back and forth. And I'm looking. Our offense moved that ball up and down that field if you really think about it. And I can show you. If anybody wants to come, we can always spend a couple hours, and I'll show you. Up and down that field. We were there. We moved the ball. We moved the ball. But then we would hurt ourselves. Whether it was a turnover, a penalty, a bad throw, a drop pass, a missed block. But we were able to move the ball. We just couldn't finish it. We were very inconsistent. Defensively the same way. Special teams the same way. And again, ultimately that's got to come back on me. That's got to come back on the coaching staff. We got to get these guys more consistent on what they're doing. We ran 101 offensive plays. All right? Second in school history. Well, Westchester only had 61 plays. And the score was 52-17. That tells you something. That tells you the big plays that we gave up. The big plays, whether it was special teams, defense, offense, you know, the turnovers, making short fields, things like that. But offensively, we still ran 101 plays in a game. Somebody told me, he said Mac, you know, maybe that would be your worst loss ever in your head coaching career. I hope so, because I can't take another Saturday night like that. That's for sure. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. But, you know, we got to learn from it. We got to learn from it. Our players got to understand that we got to show up and we got to play. And, you know, it's a building process. And we still have possibilities doing some great things. All right? We still have possibilities doing some great things this year. So it's not like, hey, we're sitting here 3-3. We're still okay. We just got to compete. We got to continue to play. We get the ball, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. So, again, good job by the kickoff team of getting down here. All right, being aggressive. There's the can of smoke. All right. But we get down there, we cause a fumble, we jump on it. We got the momentum. Start of the game, we got the momentum now. First play, it's a blitz. We blitzed them the first play of the game. Okay? We do a little stun in here. We're sending the backers, plus we're doing a twist with the nose guard right there. All right? Big sack right away. And I don't know why. You got to protect the inside, so he should stay inside and work right to his hip. He overcommits to it. Everybody else is in man, and now we're in trouble.
He's pretty good right here. 1, 2, 3 plant throw, looking to throw that glance. X just had to cross his face and fight hard. You just have to stay patient with it. Blake does a nice job hitting that play side. This was one of his better plays all season right here. And interesting about this particular play is that his throw goes, his receiver is his last progression. He actually peeks this guy, looks at him, to him, to him. So to him to get all the way to number 4 is a heck of an accomplishment for any quarterback at any level.
Ranked number 3 in the country right now. Number 3 in the country, and that's out of 152 teams. So they are a good football team. But what they are very good. They are very good at what they do. They are very mean. They are very physical, and they will take it to you. Average 260 yards rushing per game. 260 yards rushing per game. 157 yards passing per game. Okay? So you know where their bread and butter is. It's the running game. And again, what has happened, IUP, listen, IUP put 10 people in the box. I mean, they put everybody they could up at the line of scrimmage. And they did a great job at stopping the run. But they scored 20 points off the pass. They just threw long balls, and they caught. This is what I was talking about, being stretched. Now, their splits for the offensive line are huge. They stretch it, and they're not always necessarily trying to get outside. They're just trying to find the gap and go. Again, quarterback's efficient. The quarterback manages the game. The quarterback knows where he needs to go. You know, they're a lot better than us coaches, that's for sure. You know, they're like elephants. They got short memories. Or is it elephants have long memories? Which one has it? All right. We're like elephants. We got long memories. They have short memories. It goes off their back pretty quick. You know, again, I think they think about it, but they don't sit and watch it as much as we do.